And then to follow up with Bronny, just that moment, right, where you get the phone call and then you hear your name. Can you take us through the emotions of all of that, of what you were feeling, and then how you've been feeling the last couple of days since? Yeah, everything's just been surreal. Just trying to take it all in by the days. Extremely, grateful for everything that JJ and Rob have given to me. And I've just been extremely excited to get to work.
Yeah. Bronny, Jim Hill, KCAL9, what have been some of the preliminary conversations you've had with your father about what's expected in the NBA and what you can expect to hear and see once you start playing?
We haven't gone too deep into that stuff yet, especially because we haven't even started Summer League yet. But, just stuff that he's been telling me my whole life, just having that work ethic and coming in and getting your work in and listening to your coaches and being coachable, stuff like that is he's, driven into my head my whole life.
And then my second question for both of you guys, for Dalton and Bronny. This organization has talked a lot about player development here over the last month or so. What are your expectations for yourselves starting with Summer League in terms of playing both in Sacramento and in Vegas, and kind of what you're hoping to gain between now and the start of the season?
For me, probably just, getting a feel for the game, especially at a next level. But just excited to go out there and compete with some great players, and being able to, take this time to get ready for, what is to come.
And Bronny, you played 1 year at USC and then joined the team, after the season already began. What about the timing to come into this year's draft compelled you to make that decision? And then how much of a consideration was, well, my father's still an active player?
For me, I always try to put that narrative of me trying to get my name out for myself. But just coming in and trying to get better, Rob has told me that there's a great development system here. So I just want to come in and get my work in and get better every day. But I never really had a thought of, me going to play with my dad, but that's always, there to, take part of. But that wasn't a main focus of mine to do.
Hey guys, over here, Jovan Buha with The Athletic. One question for each of you, just entering the league as rookies, what area of your game are you looking to work on most coming in this summer?
For me, probably just creating my own shot. I feel like I know how to play the game already and play the right way, but just being more aggressive on the offense end and creating my shot, because I know that's what I can do. Just being more aggressive.
Kobe Bryce, Southern California News Group. Got one for both you guys. Bronny first, kind of going off of what you just said. Because of the time you had to take off at USC, do you feel like there were parts of your game you weren't able to showcase as much because of that? And do you feel like, once you're able to, get back on the court more consistently through Summer League, you can, reestablish the offensive rhythm you may not have had at USC?
Yeah, for sure. The time that I had off, I feel like I could have been perfecting my game more. I just feel like I've been given the opportunity to, showcase what I can really do, because I wasn't given that much of an opportunity at SC. So, I'm excited for what is to come.
Bill Plaschke, Los Angeles Times. This is for Bronny. How much more pressure is on you playing on a team with your father, and how are you going to handle that pressure?
For sure, the amplified amount of pressure. I've already seen it, stuff, media and stuff in the internet and stuff, talking about I might not deserve an opportunity, but I've been dealing with stuff like this for my whole life. So it's nothing different, but it's more amplified for sure. But I can get through it.
This is for Bronny, Darren Haynes, KCAL. You talked about writing your own story, and I heard your father, LeBron, talk about that as well. And we see him back here almost allowing you to have your own moment, to write your own story. How would you describe your story right now?
To be honest, just living by the days, trying not to, care about whatever other people think about me, because there's a lot of people that, have something to say. But yeah, I'm just taking it by the day and
staying sane while doing it.
For Bronny, now that you do know you're going to be teammates with your dad, how does your experience growing up, pickup games, all the videos we see you guys playing in the driveway, help you as you guys learn to play together?
Yeah, for me, just building that foundation of playing the right way. Like I said, just being that guy to be coachable and play my role and keep working while I'm doing it.
Bronny, David Pingalore, KTLA. Being around, obviously, the NBA and your dad, is the process going to be easier for you to get started knowing what to expect and what you grew up around?
I had my own basketball stuff going on, so I wasn't really, in my dad's pocket all day, following him around the Lakers facility. But yeah, I've had some stories, but there's not. I don't know what exactly is to come.
And then also got to ask you, Bronny, number 9, when with the Lakers, everyone thinks of Nick the Quick, Nick Van Axel, but with you it was a Juice WRLD situation with you. You have 9 on the side of your ear too as well. Talk about that impact. And then JJ, for you, when you see their shooting ability, Bron and Austin Reeves and AD like running high splits, how do you see them fitting in situations like high splits and pin downs too as well?
Yeah, Juice has just been a big part of me keeping calm in some situations that I've been through. So yeah, just paying homage to him, especially because he passed. Is a really important thing for me.
And then, Bronny, Rob had talked about looking at your game and kind of the point of attack defense and how that could really translate to the NBA level. How do you see that specifically with your game? How have you worked on that? And do you think you also can kind of size up, defend 2-3 wing positions as well?
Yeah, I mean, other people see me as a bigger guard, so I feel like I could take that role into guarding someone bigger. But yeah, I was always taking pride in the defensive end, especially because it translates to better offensive looks. But yeah, I've been working on my defensive end just because I'm not the biggest person. So yeah.
Guys, Dan Wicke from the LA Times. A couple questions. JJ, first for you. Going through your first draft, what did you like about Dalton and Bronny, and what was it like having them be the first 2 players that you were able to help select?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I was thrilled to be in the draft room. It was a very amazing experience for me. We didn't think Dalton would be available at 17, but he provides something that we just don't have. He's a movement shooter. He can obviously play off the bounce. We viewed him very highly on our draft board, and he can score at all 3 levels. He's got size. There was a lot of things to be excited about with Dalton, and I'm excited to coach him. With Bronny, I want to clarify one thing you just said, which is Rob and I did not give Bronny anything. Bronny has earned this, right? Bronny talks about his hard work. Bronny has earned this through hard work. And for us, prioritizing player development, we view Bronny as like case study 1, because his base level of feel, athleticism, point of attack defender, shooting, passing, there's a lot to like about his game. And as we sort of build out our player development program holistically, he's going to have a great opportunity to become an excellent NBA player.